Here's another episode. This is between a 4Q and a 5Q. They spent 30 minutes main time on this game, so hopefully it should be an interesting one. Let's see. Sure. Less sure. Okay. If I was white, I'd probably worry about the corner, but let's see what white does. That makes no sense, but because, I don't know, this middle part has no value compared to the corner, but we'll see what happens. And white is still trying to do it. So let's go back to this. If black did this, your opinion is, your MO should still be the corner. Because even no matter what black does here, let's say black does this. This doesn't kill it. And, you can still carve out this. And this is just getting fine. This is getting pushed from behind, right? There isn't really many other situations that black could do that would be that scary. Even if black goes after this, you could just take this. And no matter what black does, let's say even black goes after this, you can just surround black over here. And black's spending all these moves just for that one white stone when white has a corner, and then white can do whatever he wants on the outside here. So, I don't know why white responded. I'm sure white has their reasons. Let's keep going. Okay, so get safe. So this is still not finished. So at this point, I would play in the corner because that was your original intent. And then when this gets strong, guess what gets weak? This black group gets weak. And then you can either, let's say if black does whatever, you can bother it here, you can just jump out, and then this has to look for two eyes somewhere. But white doesn't do that. These are very odd moves. First of all, I don't know why you cover on top, because you don't know why you want the outside. Your goal when you played, black's goal rather, when you played this move, was to get the corner. So it betrays your original intent to play outside. You should just keep going into the corner. Remove all eyes. Okay. This makes no sense because the white's group is pretty strong. Okay, so white gets the corner. That's good. I think this is still weak though. This is probably a little bit weaker than this because this has two choices, right? 1 and 2. Whereas white here only has one choice. So I would actually probably take this because you spent all these moves to get this. You might as well complete your intent. So if I was black right now, I would pincer. He doesn't. I guess black's trying to stop white from linking, but yeah, hopefully anyone who's watching can see, once you do this, white has to run. And no matter what white does, black will get all these moves outside, black will get these moves here. White doesn't have time to really play anything else, right? Black trying to block off this is like saying, white linking back is maybe a couple points. It doesn't affect black's life. This doesn't help at all. So, there you go. White wants to stop getting surrounded. That's why white's afraid of black doing... Oh, sorry. White's afraid of black doing this move. Which I guess is valid. I would say white protecting this group is still a bigger deal, because even if this happens, white can just sort of eke out some sort of existence and be fine. And black still hasn't really done anything with this corner. But yeah. So this... That doesn't make sense, but sure. So yeah, both sides don't see that this group is weak. That's funny. This makes actually no sense either, because black's group here is still in trouble. If you aim at this weak point, Or maybe just even do this. You're gonna... White's gonna slowly gain a wall, right? And then you can do something with this in mind. Either black can't make as much territory because white's stronger, or white just invades. Or white just invades automatically. This is the actual game. Let's see what happens. So yeah, hopefully all of you see that this group, now that I've pointed out, is incredibly weak. I mean, yeah, like if black plays this move right here, where does white get their eyes? So, anyways. I don't know why black is doing all these touching moves. I mean, it's sort of reminiscent of Computer Go, but I don't know what... There's a whole thought process behind it. I don't agree with it. I think you just stop him from making eyes. I don't understand why you would do this. Go after the corner, my guy. If he wants those 2 stones, you've just taken the corner. That would be a much smarter thing to do. Sure. See, this is... Okay, so white running like this is just white not understanding when his groups are strong or when his groups are weak. Or just not prioritizing making them strong. Because if white was alive here, this wouldn't scare you. You would just play elsewhere. Particularly here, but whatever. Right, right. Just live, live, live. The reason you would live is because after this, if black connects, you do this. And if black tries to break out and like extend, you do this. It's a Mii of sorts. But you try and do both. And the problem with this is that, and there's another connecting move, touching move, I don't care. You're still leaving this open. Your group is still weak as white. So you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever. This makes no sense. People who've watched my videos should know why. If this is alive, this makes no point. There's no point in this. If this isn't alive, I'd say just make it living. So as all games of this rank, or most ranks, most Q ranks, it's basically just strong and weak groups. Oh, someone finally did it, thank God. I think that's really all you can really say about this game. Let's see how the rest of this pans out. Whee! This is just pushing against each other in a vague attempt at endgame. And yeah, nothing else is interesting. So let's do a quick recap, as we always do. Right here, your importance is the corner still. So I would just say take care of the corner. Black here betrays his original point at A. And then white doesn't take care of his weak group right here, but instead plays this move and continues to abandon his weak group with more and more moves. And then black doesn't take this opportunity to attack A. What else? What's the other big egregious one? This is pretty big, just making your group safe. It's a pretty big deal. A lot of this, there's a Chinese phrase, I think it's like, you look at, your eyes are red from looking at your opponent's territory. If you're that concerned with your opponent's territory, you don't realize if you're strong or weak or what you should be doing. This is not exactly the same thing, but it's a good thing to talk about regardless. And then let's see, I think it happens again here, right? Yeah, this makes no sense. And then finally you take care of your weak group. And then the game's basically over. So yeah, both sides had made plenty of mistakes, and there were plenty of chances to, I guess, turn the tables. I think that's all you can really say about it. As always, the lessons are always about weak groups. If I were to make a lesson video, it's basically just Go is all about strong and weak groups. Um, Anyways, hopefully this is helpful. See you next episode.